Okay guys, we're going to look at the last war against clan Antiseptic. Fairly decent clan. Very similar to ourselves in Barrigard's members and sort of, player level, that sort of thing. So it was a fairly even war. The war log's looking pretty good. I was just looking down there. If you kind of disregard this war here where it was 32-32, the last loss that we had really was a month ago, 30 days ago. So looking pretty good, guys. So we'll jump into some of the replays from the war against Antiseptic. So again, it's a 2020 war, so there'll be a few sort of replays that we're not going to have a look at just to save time. So it's really the ones where there's something that we can actually learn from. Okay, so we'll look at Fur Tackle's raid on the number 20. This is an old dragon raid, but Fur has decided to take three lightning spells to get rid of one of the air defense there, and it works pretty well, to be fair. So I'm just really putting this up for anyone of interest. If anyone's interested in doing an old dragon raid, perhaps use the three lightnings. So we're just going to take down that air defense, and coming in from the other side where you've just got the other two air defenses, and obviously dealing with the clan castle. So obviously, if you are going to do this, you do try and take out the highest ranking air defense. So there we go, we'll just speed through this, save a little bit of time. It's pretty much over now that the air defences and the clan castle's down. So pretty convincing, no messing about. Okay, very good. Okay, look at Barry's raid on the number 17. It's kind of a go-ho sort of thing with a P.E.K.K.A thrown in, but it's just odd. I mean, I think Barry's gone for the lure there, but it's not quite got it. But it's not going to be an issue. But it's I'm just really showing this one because it's an odd way of sending in the hogs, but it had the desired effect. So the main kill squad's coming in there. We're going to get rid of the Archer Queen, the Clan Castle, and the Barb King. It's strange to send in the hogs from, well, kind of the same place. Normally you send them in from one side, so it's interesting to see how this one panned out. So we're basically, the initial kill squad and the hogs are going through the base kind of together because of certainly because of this jump spell that's gone down. So it's an unusual attack, but it's nice to see something a bit different. So as soon as we got rid of sort of most of the defences in the core, and it's all just at the outside. I mean, even if those hogs went down now, the Archer Queen could perhaps go around and pick those off behind the golem. So, even if those hogs hit a giant bomb, you'd still probably be safe. And we've still got the Archer Queen ability. So there we go. It's not that low level of a base for Town Hall 9, that. So it was I was at Town Hall 8. I'm actually got me thinking now. I think it was a Town Hall 8. Anyway, good raid. I'm gonna have a look at Foo's raid on the number 15. Fairly tough base. So it's just basically opening up all the inside of the base with the earthquakes. So golem sticking on each wall, they're trying to get the defences inside, and we're going to remove all the outer buildings before we actually get the golems to go into the base by busting through these walls. Now the breakers didn't quite make it, but the wizards are going to start working either onto these walls, or the skeleton's going to work on the walls. So no major rush to get into the base. Once that's in, everything's going to pour in. And so the Arch Queen's found herself another opening into the base there. And just a few balloons just to assist in these compartmentised defensive buildings there as such. Speed this up a little bit because the skellies aren't that fast, and neither are these golems rather. Double bombs took out quite a few there. Okay, just made it. With a witch to spare. Okay. I'm going to look at Jackson's raid on the number 13. Got some decent damage on this. We thought it could have been a 3-star, but it's rare to get a 3-star where you've got 2 Infernos. So he's drawn out the clan castle. We're going to use 2 poisons to get rid of that dragon. So the dragon's down. Got it, jumps over all that side of the base. If you start messing around with this large compartment down the bottom, your troops are gonna go wandering. So by putting the jumps over these sort of tight little compartments, you can pretty much steer the troops where you want them. So I need to make sure that we've got, access to the town hall compartment there. The other thing is attacking from this side, it doesn't matter. As long as the troops get sort of this position, the Arch Queen's going to pull troops towards her. Bob King's doing a trampolining job there by the looks. So the Arch Queen has gone wandering a little bit, but the wizards have taken down the town hall. But with the Archer Queen going on a little trip there, we're going to get some decent damage. So the Inferno just really stopped the 3-star there, but still a good effort. Okay. It's just on the 12 base there. Jackson hit this one with his last raid. This base had already been 2-starred by Ando, and Ando also got 71%. So I don't really know why this one, as Jackson's sort of raid, has sort of replaced Ando's. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at Ando's raid on this one, if I can find it. Where are we? There we go. So Ando's going to attack from this sort of 3 to 6 side. 3 jumps along the outer wall and 1 sort of to the core. It's a bit late on the jumps really, and sort of by putting the golems there, putting the jump here, they've obviously come this way, but they will make their way back to that outside. It just means that there's a risk that the Tesla here is going to take out a few wizards. No real damage done. Hero's going into the centre jump, and we obviously got the jump to the core. Now this guy's got his Infernos in such a position where we can freeze those with one freeze spell, which you will see Andor do. There we go. So there's that much stuff in that core now. That Town Hall is pretty much just gone down just after the freeze has worn off, so you know, we're in good shape in the core now, well past 50%. Archer Queen still got full life and durability. And the rest is just a few percentage points. Okay, good raid. Okay, gonna look at Punished raid in there, number 11. Really common base this now in wars or bases with a similar sort of layout, but we seem to have cracked how to attack these. Certainly at Town Hall 10, it seems to be a bit more difficult at Town Hall 11. So looks like Punnet's broken through that wall there with some breakers to save an extra spell. So it's going to take a rage and a freeze. So the freeze is to allow some of these witches to get a little bit closer. Unless of course he freezes the back one to go for a higher percentage. Okay. Always pretty tough this when you're facing 4 Teslas like that. We managed the Town Hall, so there we go. Okay, good stuff. We're going to have a look at Clay's raid in there, number 9. Quite a solid base, but you know, again, where you've got all these sort of smallish compartments, it is relatively straightforward to get, you know, to steer your troops towards the Town Hall where you want them. So he's gone for the lure in the Clan Castle, as you can see, and he's going to use a couple of poisons. Now I think he just pulls that out and just catches it just at the end of that spell. Now that was well out of that poison there, so I don't know why that dragon was still affected, but there we go. So he's broken into the bottom 2 compartments there, just to save jump spells really, so he can use the jumps further into the base. Okay, in the Archer Queen over here is out of reach of that single firing Inferno, so there was no danger for her coming in that point certainly till the Town Hall was down. So we're almost at 50%. Just use the ability now, and that's going to be your 2 stars. And again, the rest is just a few extra percentage points. So solid stuff. Okay, we're going to look at Ben's raid on the number 8. Now this one was attacked a little bit earlier on. What's going on here? A bit of a mouse issue, I think. This one was attacked a little bit earlier on, I think by Punnet, and in exactly the same way. that Ben's attacking it, and you'll see Ben's queen does exactly the same as Punnet's did, and actually went, didn't go towards the core, just went round the edge here. So the archqueen, as you probably aware, can only really hit targets that are 3 tiles away. So when there's 4 tiles, like the town hall is 4 tiles from this outer wall, unless there's nothing around these edges to divert her, she's gonna go sort of Tesla, and then she's gonna go over this way. So it's a little bit nearer for her. So it's kind of a sneaky little base, this, but obviously the Barb King doesn't have that issue. He comes straight in. So Ben's got a fairly beefy Barb King there at level 30, so he's managed to make it all the way in. So we're at 50% now. So solid stuff. Okay, we're going to look at just 2 more raids now. We're going to look at Alex's raid on the number 4. Which is the lower one of the Town Hall 11s. You see this Eagle artillery starting to wake up as the rest of the troops come in. I'd love to know how it actually decides where it's going to hit. There must be some logic to it that somebody's going to have to work out, but interesting to work out how it actually how it works that. But don't forget, obviously the Eagle artillery has like a dead zone, which is probably somewhere around about here. So if these witches are probably in it now, so they're going to be safe, certainly from the Eagle artillery thing. So that should go down pretty quick now. So this warden hero thingy has got some serious range to hitting that far. So he doesn't suffer for the same sort of shortcoming as the Archer Queen, where she can only hit sort of 3 tiles. He must be hitting about 5 there by the looks of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't bring that down a little bit in future, because I think that is, well, I suppose they need something that's pretty powerful at 10 or 11, but to me that's looking a bit strong, that. Okay, and the rest is just cleaning up, but we can clean up now because the Eagle artillery is down. Had that still been up, that would have been taking out these outer troops for fun. So good raid, Alex. The other ones really in the top sort of 3 struggle to get the 3 stars there on 1 and 3. Really tough bases. So we'll have a look at the 2-star added towards the end. But just on this, when I was looking at attacking this base, I wanted to sort of get the heroes, my heroes, into this position here, where from that way they're only facing 1 Inferno, and we can use the Archer Queen being here to kind of pull the troops in that way. And also, if you look at the way that the these defensive buildings are here into this sort of V, if I get sort of golems in this sort of area, in this sort of area, they're going to go straight that way, and they're going to come this way to that point there. So, we're going to have quite a few golems in this area that's going to be occupying the multi-targeted Inferno there. The clan castle's going to come this way to these golems, so that's going to be out of the way, which obviously then my heroes can come to this position and use the jump to the core and hopefully get that town hall down. So I just held on to those golems last just to make sure that they were behind these golems, so that, you know, the clan castle will go that way. So now these golems are going to come in, end up on this mortar, and the same with this one here. So we're going to have 3 golems here, poison down on the Archer Queen. So the Barb King's taking her down pretty quick because she was targeting the golems. And also the Barb King from the back, he's walked up, so that's going to pull even more troops into that area. So that worked quite well. So the town hall's going down now, so nearly at 50%. Just used the ability on the Archer Queen a bit early. I knew we were at 50% and just wanted to make sure that we got there. I wasn't really bothered about the sort of percentage after 50% as such. So there we go. But that's the last one I'm going to have a look at. Great war, guys. I think they had a raid that didn't go in. Yeah, from one of their number 15, he got booted. I think one of the guys left and another guy's left. So yeah, 45-41. Good stuff for a good strong side, that. So keep it up, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.